stuff in the house.
We're back at top of the hour of the Rick and Bubba Show. 877 We Be Big. As we return, Jeff Cook from Supergroup Alabama joins us. Jeff, welcome to the program, buddy. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Good to be here.
Good to see you again.
Good to be seen.
Well, I've been
fishing already this morning, huh?
Well, I got up on the lake. Let's put it that way. I had to be at this radio show, so I had to kind of hurry on back.
Well, you could have come later.
You could have snubbed us or come later. We'd have completely understood.
Well, then I wouldn't get to, like, carry on and talk with you.
Well, that's true.
Tell you what's going on.
Yeah, so you're acting like that's really a big accomplishment compared to fishing. I mean, where would you rather be? I want you to be where your heart is, because that's really who you are anyway.
Well, I've still got the rest of the day to fish. You guys
This is just a break in the act.
Yeah, so
break in the act.
Yeah, basically.
What, did you catch anything?
Oh, we caught a few. I caught a nice bass yesterday. Yeah, just trolling around with a shad wrap.
How big was it?
None of those special lures. Prater's got a lure.
Yeah.
Well, he did before he got sick.
Yeah, somebody took it away from him.
I see.
Yeah. But that was a lot of fun while it lasted, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Where is Prater's? He had his golf tournament today?
I think Speedy said he was sleeping in, getting rested up.
Oh, that's a good call.
Get out there.
Have you ever seen Speedy's signal for sleeping in?
It looked like I wasn't sure.
But he adds like the open slobber mouth and everything.
Yeah. And he just did one hand, and I thought,
yeah. So that's
but Prater's on his last few days of chemo, and
that's huge.
So he's at the tail end. So he's got a long day, and so he's gonna sleep in so he can make it through the day.
That's good.
Well, that's good.
That's big news there. So, and everything looks good on that. I've got some of the email people saying, hey, I don't know what's going on, whatever, but hepatitis C, it looks like he will make a full recovery. Jeff Cook, what, Alabama, the big,
Supergroup Alabama.
I'm seeing it everywhere. The final tour, going to be on the road, or y'all?
That's farewell tour.
Yeah, farewell.
I'd just like to point out.
How about last time we saw Jeff, we were singing with him. Isn't that funny?
That is.
That's right.
Yeah, that's weird. I wasn't prepared for Teddy not to know the words to Sweet Home Alabama. I could have handled it. Out of respect, I didn't grab the mic, but I realized once Teddy started, I should have.
We got up there, Jeff. We didn't want to cross any lines.
That's right.
I think Teddy left us for a few minutes that night.
But but I guess, can I ask you guys? Kiss has done a number of final farewell tours. Is it possible that Alabama, the word farewell, could mean many things?
Well, American farewell tour. In that sentence, I do not hear quit, retire, break up. I don't hear those words. What it leaves us open to do is record all we want to, but we do not plan to tour.
Right.
In fact, I've already put another 8-piece group together that I'm going to be doing some casinos and showrooms and House of Blues, that sort of thing. A little R&B, and it's this is the new album. This is the computer.
Right. And the name of it is Office Depot.
No. This is the advanced release.
This is advanced.
Yeah, this is right out of the computer. This is the tribute to Rick and Bubba.
Oh, what?
Well, I figured it. Well, listen. See, R&B. That's what this is.
Right.
And that's the first two letters of Rick and Bubba.
Good point.
So this is a Rick and Bubba tribute.
Well, let me sing that. I guess I can't just have it, right? It's just to piddle with a little bit this morning.
When we get through, you can have it.
All right, really?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
No.
Okay. Because when you give it to me, hey, baby, she's gone. But because I'll be hanging on to it.
Guess it'll be on your desk where everything else.
And then Speedy will get it. Because he'll think I don't want it. But he won't ask me. He'll just take it. And then one day I'll see him driving by and I hear it coming out of his...
and go, hey, sounds like mine.
I've got Mike Cruz with us here. He does the projection and everything.
Yeah. The folks that are showing the pictures on Turner South are going to be on tour with you guys.
Okay.
The same bunch. You say. The same bunch.
Yeah, they do our switching here.
Yeah, the media... Did you know that?
Yes, I did.
It kind of caught you off guard for a minute.
No, I heard it this morning.
Okay, good. So that they'll be doing they're doing all the video stuff and all the everything, lighting, everything.
Mostly just projections, I think. Right? Is that right, Mike?
Yeah.
Cameras.
Yeah. So where are we going?
It was the same stuff we saw at the inauguration, right? Yeah, you did the big screens on the side, which is cool.
No, I love those. Yeah. What's up next what's the next one we're going to?
I think the first one's in Birmingham.
Very first one, you kick it off right here in the Ham?
No, we kicked it off New Year's Eve.
That's what I was...
This little space here where we regroup, and hit it again. I think the first show's the 21st.
21st June at Oak Mountain, isn't
I
it?
tell you, the best way to tell is go to Ticketmaster.com. They'll have the list. I don't even know where we're playing myself.
We wanted to come. We couldn't get tickets, Jeff.
Yeah, well,
but it's,
thanks.
Hey, listen, and I hate to bring this up, but we keep noticing. Rick, are you going to talk about it?
I'm not gonna.
Huh? Because they act like they like us when we see them other places, but the other guys won't ever come with you, Jeff. Are they flagging us? Or
tell us
is
the
it
truth.
too early?
All right, tell us the truth.
They act like they like us when we saw them in Montgomery.
Like is Randy and Teddy and Mark? Is there a little bit of? Okay, Jeff, why don't you handle the Rick and Bubba part, because you don't seem to care if it destroys your career. You know, we don't want to go there. We want to talk to them when they're not on the air. We think other people will see us with them. Is that it?
They don't discuss it.
Really?
Yeah.
So
I come here because I like you guys and I want to be here.
Well, I think that answers my question.
And we're glad to see you.
Are we? To you, we're not embarrassing, but very little is embarrassing to you.
That's true.
But
anybody that would come turn south and the radio, you got, of course, the radio don't matter much, in his fishing clothes.
Yes.
Because that's where I'm going when I leave.
Yes, yeah. Well, and I'll have to say this, no offense, because we all share a. She's a little snug on you.
It's not my shirt, actually.
Right. Did you borrow that one?
I had to borrow this shirt.
Right, because when
That's
you didn't
Mike
want me
Cruz's shirt.
The shirt I had on had this new perfume. It's called Evening at the Lake.
Yeah.
which is
Smelled slightly like garlic.
Yeah, it was catfish stink bait. Yeah.
See, when I left yesterday to go fishing, so I wasn't prepared. I was supposed to be out for the day.
You know, my problem, I've been fishing a couple of times this year, Jeff, and I've been using this new garlic spray, you know. And
don't spray it into the wind.
Well, you know, the thing, I spray it and I start thinking about spaghetti. You know what I mean? I get hungry and then I want to leave.
Sure,
you know?
that's a good point.
Well, that would go good with the Italian cornbread. I'll tell you how to make later.
Yeah, have you ever noticed Jeff has always got a kick he's on? There's always some kind of recipe he's on fire for. What was this?
He brings a lot to the table.
What was this fake salt you're on fire for? Are you still on fire for it?
You still on? You still?
Emerald Coast sauce. I'm still selling a bunch of that on the internet.
Yeah, he gets. Let me tell you something. He has got to be a mail order's dream. Greg Shoemaker was here and he claimed that he buys everything on TV. You got a little bit of that?
Yeah.
That you get reeled in.
But you admit I'm a kick guy, but Jeff is too.
Jeff gets on kick.
He gets on kick.
I bet Jeff has an even dozen juicers.
The Slim Jims, the Slim Jeans, and the pots that make mounds and mounds of coleslaw. You know. I got a song called I didn't write it, but a friend of mine did, called 1-800-BLUES, and it tells all about that. I got to get you a copy.
Yeah, and it's your life story.
No, I don't do that much. I'm on the other end. I'm on the selling side.
Yeah, okay. So you like to get.
But it's still a kick.
It's still a kick. You like to take advantage of mail order people, which is good.
No, I don't like to take advantage of anybody.
He likes to market to.
He likes to market to. Yeah. You know, when he told me about that fake salt, by the time he was done, it would put hair back on your head. You know, I saw Speedy just rubbing it all over top of his head.
Rick gets on to me because years ago I got a juicer from that guy who was like 90.
Yeah.
You know,
but
and he was still jumping around.
Right?
Well, you know, you drink like funny colors, and you go, that's not good.
You thought he had a tan. You thought he had a tan.
Yeah.
You didn't realize he was just a citrus color.
Right. It was just the carrots that turned him that way. And but you know, the good news, that thing had such a good motor on it. We used it to shred leaves with. I mean, it was you could drink anything with it. You know what I mean? You could grind a 2x4 and drink it. It didn't. I mean, it was
for that wood.
It was incredible.
No, you throw a nice apple.
I know you got to have fiber in your diet, but you'd be passing wicker baskets.
Yeah, that's
that's right. Yeah. Every time Bubba would go to the bathroom, he'd come out with a nice wicker basket.
How about an IGMO moment? You know,
you like the IGMO updates?
Yeah. Bubba Bechtel. He started that stuff about 10 years ago with his IGMO moments and IGMO people.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, we basically been doing it with the war protesters. I think they fit into that pretty good right now.
Right.
See, that's why the others.
I heard you talking about that this morning. All you need to do is go over here and get you a Hummer in your way.
No, that's true. That's true.
It's kind of like a speed bump.
Yeah, I mean that's why I said it doesn't happen.
You don't have a lot of protesters of the war in Fort Payne, do you?
No, I think we got a bunch. I'd like to think we have a bunch of people up there that support the decisions and saying, and this is something that had to happen.
But there's a lot of people that, well, not a lot. How about this? It's nowhere near the majority of them. I mean,
Well, there's some people who disagree or question. That's fine, but a lot of these protesters are just, they're just communists that look for anything about a bandwagon about.
10 minutes past. We'll be back more with Jeff Cook from Supergroup Alabama. The farewell tour is underway. Go to Ticketmaster.com to find out when Alabama will be in. And you'll get to see them live in concert for the last tour. We'll be back.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
We're back. 15 minutes past.
If I search this whole wide world.
As we get back, Jeff Cook. Now, what is this project? Is there a name for it?
Yeah, it's called Two Rock for Country.
Two Rock for Country is the name of.
Yes.
And
Do you call it a band, or is it still a project?
No, it's Two Rock for Country. Jeff Cook and the Alabama Good Time Band.
Oh yeah. And it's like, is it covers, all covers, any originals?
Yeah, there's one original on there called I Got Some Lovin'.
This is R&B classics.
Yeah, mostly, except for that one.
Yeah. Who's that singing? Yeah, I thought I recognized. We noticed when we went to the inauguration, you got up and did a few numbers.
Oh yeah,
singing a little bit. You do that on the tour and everything?
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, there's a moment where you just kind of take over and say, I'm gonna do a few.
Do one or two, and Teddy does one or two.
Right, he didn't know the words to them, but he.
You like it, Sweet Home?
I thought of all songs you wouldn't know the words to, Sweet Home Alabama wouldn't be the one.
Well, we didn't have a hit on that song.
Yes, right.
Not one of our more requested numbers.
Yeah.
Well, Rick, maybe they spent time on those 41 number one hits they had.
Yeah.
That would be 42.
Two now.
Yeah.
But who's counting?
Yeah.
I was close.
Yeah.
I knew it wasn't 40 anymore. I knew that.
Yeah. Well, so y'all are just basically saying we're tired of being on the road. We're gonna do that one more and still be a band forever.
We are free to record.
Are you free to go on the road again after you've done a farewell tour? It didn't bother Kiss.
Well, we are, but I don't think anybody wants to.
Nope. So really,
it's tough on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Tough.
Yeah. Y'all been
you
around.
Enjoy it and the fans, but it's very grueling physically. Yeah. It's the before and after you got to deal with.
Yeah, the traveling, and travel, set up the travel, where we stay in,
how to get there.
Well, I tell you what, that lady y'all got that handles where y'all go, she's on top of it. You remember the one we hitched a ride with? Oh, you had already go. You were in the other vehicle.
Yeah, you realize
Barbara Hardin?
Yeah, you realize we can.
What was her name, Rick?
I think it's Barbara. I think that was it.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, we convinced everybody that we were part of the Alabama entourage. It was uncomfortable, but we got in there.
You made it all the way to the stage.
Yeah. You may have seen us sit with all of your wives, but it was.
And I don't know how many times somebody said to me, Jeff, you're a little taller than I thought you would. You know what I mean? So I just did what I had to do to get there.
Well, Jeff, how was rhubarb? Because I know you tried to call us when you were on air with him in Atlanta.
What happened?
And we were on vacation or sick or something.
Yeah, you were on vacation. It was the Monday before Christmas.
Yeah, we were already out.
I went over and co-hosted with Rhubarb in Atlanta. And
is he doing all right?
Yeah, he's doing
Does he know we love him? And but we love him.
Did you tell him we loved him?
I didn't know that. I just sort of made it up as I went along, but I did tell him that.
I have to throw this out. Cause I don't know if you knew this. I'm in the middle of a move right now.
Yeah, I heard that.
Which is nightmarish.
Even on my truck?
Yesterday, my friend, it's over. I want my truck back, get the car seats out of it. This is not yours. That. Pop your CDs out.
And how about this? The car, he's scared of car seats. Now, that's a bachelor for you.
Yeah, you can tell he's a troops. The car seat is like he'd melt or something.
Yeah.
He don't even like to see those cranes.
I don't know what's coming, but I am being set up.
No. I know that we're.
Are you going to ask him about this?
Yes.
Okay. Well, can I cover something before that?
Sure.
Let's wade into this.
I'm going to put it right over here.
Okay. Too much excitement in all of your voices. I don't know what it is.
How are you doing? We know that you are taking care of the family because your wife broke her foot.
Yeah, you hear about that?
Well, is she?
My wife broke her foot playing tennis.
Right.
You're all over that.
So not only do I have 2 full-time jobs, but this is how my day goes. Before I'm racing out to work. I feed the kids. I take my kid to school. I'm changing diapers. I'm doing all this stuff. I'm not sleeping because when the kids wake up at night, of course, it's my job.
Sure.
And then just before I'm ready to leave, after like getting up at 6 a.m. and working till 11, my wife's, honey, can you go to Wendy's and get me the number one? And then I'm like, I don't have that much love in me left at that point.
I bet Flores get a little overtime this week, huh?
Oh, big time. And then, so then I'll drive to Wendy's, and not only will I get her number one, I'll be halfway home. Honey, I know I didn't tell you, but I know you got my Frosty, right? I can't drink the number one without the Frosty. And I'm like...
It doesn't just happen to us.
No, see, it happens to everybody.
You can be on top of your game, New York City, nationwide, you still got quags.
And I tell you, it gets worse. My little girl is 18 months old. Let me tell you, she's the cutest kid in the world. So Friday night, my wife broke her foot, I guess, Thursday. So Friday night, I work 2 full-time jobs, and I started my book last week, my next book.
Really?
So I've been up late.
Oh, Rick and Bubba, the true story?
The untold story. Exactly.
Chapter 4. What happened to our burger?
Yeah, exactly. But this is now. I got to get the real scoop behind this. Right. I mean, so anyway, so my little girl at 1:30. I just go to bed at 1:15 Friday night after working a long week. Guys know what it's like. You're tired. Then at 1:30, it's Mama. Mom, and my little girl has got a set of lungs on her. Yeah. But it went on for an hour, and so I try to do what my wife does. My wife will sit with her and rock back and forth for 20 minutes, and then every single time she'd fall asleep, and then I'd go to lay her in the crib, and then as soon as she laid down, Mom!
Oh, I've been there.
That was tough.
Gosh, I've been there. And you think there's times when you think there's any way I could lay her on her bed any softer. Why is she waking up by just the touch of that sheet? How does that wake her up?
I don't know what it is, but you know what? I'll tell you this, and my wife heard me say it on the air, and I think she appreciated it because she's driving me nuts. But she, you appreciate your spouse when you have to do their job.
Absolutely,
it's hard.
I mean, I had the situation at home last night where with a little one who's just a little bit older than your baby, and he had an arm tendon thing doing a flip and get to the emergency room.
Didn't that break your heart when your kids? Kids hurt?
And we've had the stomach virus and the flu come through the house, and that's when you realize I wouldn't take Mama's job for anything.
Yeah, or when you got to go because my kid gets the croup every once in a while, so you're racing out at 3 o'clock in the morning to the hospital.
Sean, that's just amazing how you can change diapers, take care of your little girl, help your wife out, and then go to work.
Hang on, let me get my wife. You can tell her I'm amazing.
And then eat Charlie Wrangle up all in one day. I have enjoyed you just burying him. That is so. I've just enjoyed it so much.
You know something? And it's funny. I'm being criticized. I got websites popping up. Charlie Wrangle comes on our show and accuses our brave men and women, the guys we love, the guys that are preventing weapons of mass destruction from hitting our shores and risking their lives. He accuses them of bombing women and children, and it really ticked me off.
As it should have. As a matter of fact, you were eating him up so good, I stopped my wife and said, Sherry, you see Charlie right there? That's how I feel.
And Sean, what I love is you won't let up on him.
See how Sean is chewing him up? That's how I felt yesterday when you were getting on me about laying on the furniture.
Hey, let me tell you, Rick and Bubba, ladies and gentlemen, they married both of them way above their pay grade.
Let me tell you something. When we were hearing the stories of what the Lynch, the young lady
Jessica
Lynch, who shot and fought and clawed. Everybody was going, I can't believe a woman would do that. I said, well, you don't know our wives then. I could picture my wife in that uniform doing the same thing.
Well, obviously, we've all married the same type of woman, I can see.
That's right.
Very mild-mannered.
My wife looks at me, and her response is usually, I'm not impressed.
Well, look, speaking of that, we've got 2 other topips we've got to ask you a question about, Sean, and we knew you were the guy on the inside that could tell us. Rick, you want to start with Oliver?
I will start with Oliver North.
Who we love,
who we love dearly, and he said he would call us, but I mean he's pretty busy right now.
People are shooting at.
You guys, you didn't come on my trip, but Ollie went on the trip when you turned down the free plane ride.
Right, I know. Thanks,
but thanks again.
Yeah.
But we can't help but laugh when we pictured Griff taking a prisoner.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. That has been real funny to us, even though I know it's not funny. But, we all have seen Griff, and to picture him taking a prisoner is fun.
He couldn't even pick the check up when he was here. I mean...
Listen, there are a couple of stories that he's had. Number one, very early on, if you remember when that first helicopter went down, I think there were about 10 or 12 helicopters flying. Ollie was in one, and Griff was in another.
Right.
Ollie watched that helicopter go down, and he thought Griff was on that one.
No.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he was flipping out. He thought...
Well, I didn't know that.
Because, well, you know Griff and Ollie because they went by your studio when he was on the book tour.
Yeah, we had fun with him.
And Griff is a great guy, and I know Griff, and we traveled extensively because we did a lot of speeches together. And I can't imagine what that must have been like for him, but he thought that Griff was dead. He thought he was killed.
Wow. Can you imagine?
And you know something, and Ollie has been on every night. The other night he started breaking up a little bit because, he's out there. He literally is, when you hear 6 miles out of Baghdad, you're hearing that's where Ollie is.
Well, I know.
He's right on the front lines, and they're losing a couple of guys up there.
Yeah, I heard him mention that. I heard him mention that to you last night, as a matter of fact. When you were
the night before, he was getting choked up about it. I mean, it's hard for those guys.
Well, but one thing I noticed in that, and I know for you, it was like, because the respect we all have for him and all of the people who have served our country.
Yep.
And to watch you because let's admit, you felt like last night that y'all had covered the supply thing, because Ollie is very upset about that. About
people have suggested.
People have suggested that somehow that those Marines are not well fed and watered down. And every time you would ask him something, he would go on that again. And I was going, how about this? Ollie's mad about that. He is mad, and he is. If anybody, when he gets home, he's going to fight somebody over that.
Ollie's been saying it very simply, and it's absolutely true. There has never been in the history of warfare a military effort where we have come so far, captured so much land in so little time with so few casualties than this one. It is one of the greatest military operations ever. We're going to study this for years to come and say this is the new model. This is the new paradigm. And if you read the Washington Post or you read USA Today or you read the New York Times, you would think that on just about every level this military effort has been a failure. And we keep hearing about unnamed Pentagon sources, unnamed generals, former Defense Department officials. They never give their names, and they give all these ridiculous stories about how they have problems and they're not getting supplies, how there's a break in the action, like Peter Arnett, that they've got to rewrite the war plan because this plan has failed. And I got to tell you, it's really amazing. So as far as I'm concerned, I don't give a rip what these newspapers say. I don't care what CNN or MSNBC says because they've got a left-wing agenda. I want to talk to the guys that are there. And when I talk to Rick Leventhal, or we talk to every night on Hannity and Combs now, we have Ollie North on, and you got to see his reports. They're outstanding.
I have. They're great. Even Alan Combs likes them.
No,
listen, you know what? Alan has. You know what? He is supporting the troops, and I'm glad. He disagrees with you on some issues.
He does.
On this one, I feel like when he jumped on the guy the other night who attacked you.
He wasn't that funny.
I mean, Speedy told me about that, and I was like, wow. That had to kind of touch you a little bit.
The guy, all of a sudden, I'm asking the guy a question. Don't you stick your finger in my face.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even, I was just sort of talking with my hands. I wasn't, like, pointing at him.
Well, he had seen the Charlie Wrangle thing, and I guess he went in there all bowed up.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
Hey, but Sean, you looked surprised a little bit when Alan looked at the guy and said, don't you insult my partner.
Yeah, I actually was, to be honest.
But, man, I had to kind of, hey, that boy Combs.
Yeah, I said,
we have to give Combs some props.
Sean,
Alan does support the troops. And
yeah, he does.
You got to give him credit, and his attitude is, look, we had a debate leading into this thing. I didn't want to do it, but once we're there, we got to back these guys up.
Sean, we got to ask you about this because you're on the inside. Okay,
this is uncomfortable.
When Greta came over to your network, I didn't know how I was going to feel about her and all that. She does a good job, though. I've been very impressed with her, but she's very professional.
She's a nice lady.
She's very factual.
Well done.
I mean, she's really focused on what she's doing.
Very businesslike.
But we've noticed that she seems to be very jovial when it comes to Shep.
Let me tell you, I'm watching 2 nights ago. Not last night, but the night before. Okay? Let me just tell you how this went. To me, she's so professional. She's not what I would call giddy over anything while she's doing her job. Okay? So all of a sudden, I'm like, getting in there. I've got a TV in the room, and I'm ready to get ready for bed. And I said, I got to see what Greta's got here. And about that time, she goes, coming up top of the hour, the one and only. We'll get updates from Shep. and then she goes, hey, Shepard, how are you doing? I went, Greta's hot for Shell. I can't believe what I'm seeing. She's never done this.
Oh, will you stop it?
Sean,
She's hot.
tell us.
It's so obvious.
Sean, is there water cooler talk at your network? Greta's hot for
Oh.
Shell.
Just Greta's married. Stop.
Well,
hey, listen, I'll tell you what I'll do.
She might be married, but I got 2 words for you. Eye candy.
Look, hey, Shep's becoming a star.
He really
Hey,
is.
man, Shep is a star.
He's
Just
from
ask.
down in our part of the country, too.
Sean
Shep's a
Hannity.
good man.
Sean Hannity, and you honestly, you watch her response to him.
All right, I'll take a look. But listen, I'll make
Nothing.
a promise
I'll
to
say
you.
nothing inappropriate.
But when are you guys coming back to New York? Now, we keep talking about this, and you guys keep, just like the trip to Vegas, I offer the
Here he goes
plane,
again.
and you guys chicken out.
You know what he is? He's the great.
He's an enabler.
He's that great college buddy that your wife
No,
hates.
I just want to know when you're coming to New York. Cause,
Well, you're so busy now.
Yeah,
My gosh,
hey,
are you
I'll
going to
tell you
invite
what
us
I'll
over
do.
to Mop?
Well, yeah,
I mean,
yeah, what are you gonna do? Have us come over and get your wife at number 1?
I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
Let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
That is a Wendy's combo number
Yeah.
1.
You guys, don't forget the frosty.
Look, I know you're busy, Sean. There's some things we're not going to help you with, though. I mean, it's
Yeah.
Yeah, but how about this? My daughter with a class is coming to New York City this weekend.
What? Well, listen. Here's my.
I'm gonna tell her to
promise.
call you. Would you mind letting her and some of her buddies
how
come
many?
over?
About 65 of them.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Would she go to Wendy's for me?
Yeah, she probably would. Yeah, she probably
Yeah.
would.
All right. Here's the deal. Now look, if I got to negotiate with your wives again, I'll do it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
But I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll get your wives a day at the spa.
Here we go.
We'll get them a little pampering and stuff when they come to New York. They got the Red Door Salon in New York, and they can go get their fingernails and toenails painted and stuff.
He's got some kind of deal with this.
Yeah,
spa.
have you got a trade out, Sean? What's
Could
up,
you
man?
bring this spa up a lot?
Hey, listen, they're not going to know the difference. What's
Right.
the difference?
Well, and here's the thing too. With all this moving going on, my wife is working herself. I mean,
You are the only person I know that moves 8 houses down.
yeah, I know. Well, how about this? And then can't sit on furniture.
How about he can see his old house from his new house's back deck?
No.
Brings back memories.
This past Sunday, I drove to my other house to get my shoes for church. Because
serious?
yeah, it's like the world's largest walk-in closet now.
That's
Because we still
hilarious.
got stuff down there. All right, so what I'm saying is, there's an opening for me to tell my wife,
Yep.
you need a break, and Hannity says he's going to bring us to New York City to take a break.
Listen, get on a plane, come up here, hang out. I'll guarantee you this. You can broadcast from the EIB building. You can broadcast right up in front of the golden EIB mic. We'll take you out to, we can come hang out with us when we're doing Hannity and Combs.
Here he goes again.
We'll go get
Which
Del
wing?
Fresco steaks.
Here he is.
I'm
Yeah.
dead serious. You
Hey,
guys
college
never
buddy.
take me up. I'm beginning to question our friendship
Now,
here.
you said Lori Dew was going to go, too,
Well,
right? Just because we're such a big fan of her reporting.
If you want to, yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Hey, I saw somebody
How
with a
about this?
sign the other day
I'll
said, I
ask her
love
to
Lori
come.
Dew.
I'll
What
tell you
was
what,
that
I'll
at?
ask her if she can come.
Jeff Cook's ready to go.
Jeff Cook said, are we going to the airport now?
Hey, I can call the pilot. We'll get that King Air 200. We'll be there in about 2 hours.
How about this? Cook could fly us up there.
Hey, you got a King Air 200?
No, but I know a guy that does.
Well, what I'd do is I'd get on that King Air 200 right now and fly on up.
All right, let's
But
Now,
we're-
if
you know
guys
what
were
would
in
happen,
control-
though,
Now,
Sean?
wait, you
We're
guys got a
afraid.
problem. You guys,
We're afraid.
You're not the kings of your castle, man. You got to just stand up to these women.
I know.
You got to tell them the way it's going to be. And you guys, if you're going to see your buddy Sean in New York,
Yeah.
you're not going to take any flap if they say no.
Sean, we're afraid we'll run into war protesters and start an incident.
No,
You
no,
because
probably
I
will.
have a habit of protesting protesters.
No, let me tell you what Hannity is. Hannity's the man right now because his wife's foot's broke. She can't get up and get
That's
him.
right. She can't get.
How about this? I'm going to go home and make a stand. I'm going to go home. I'm going to look my wife right in the eye and go, hey, sweetie, I love you. I'm going to give you a trip to New York City. and I'm really going to stand up and be the man.
Why don't we just call her right now and get the response on the air?
Yeah, well, Sean, we got to go. We're up against the break.
You're always up.
Hard break.
Hannity, we got to go.
Hey,
All
Sean,
right, guys,
hey,
love
Sean, keep the heat on them, all right?
And listen, man, this is an important time. We got listen. I'm no kidding around. The troops got a very tough 72 hours coming, and this is chemical weapon threat time. So we got to get them through this and keep them in your prayers.
Well, keep doing
Will
what
do.
you're doing, buddy.
All right, man.
See you, John. We'll be right back.
Rick and Bubba. Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
I can't start another.
Rick and
right, we're back. Yeah, well, we ain't got much time here. We always go over with Handy. I even tried to get him started on time, but I mean, you just get to talking to him.
Well, we're late one segment with Jeff Cook, we're late one segment with Sean, and now, hey, we're really late.
Yeah, we're late now.
But I felt like we had to cover the topics.
Well, yeah, I mean, well, what do you want us to do? Not talk to Sean Handy, not talk to Jeff Cook? Is that what y'all want? So anyway, we don't have much time for anything. Jeff, it's good to see you this morning.
Good to be seen.
And looking forward to y'all traveling around, hitting the country on the farewell tour. Doesn't mean you're breaking up. That just means you're not going to do live shows anymore.
No, you'll be touring.
No, are we going to fish before you hit the road again?
Of course.
You'll be touring probably. And
then you know what I'm afraid of, Rick? Jeff is like a serious fisherman. I mean, he's like a pro, and I'm a goof off. And I just
you'll drive him nuts.
I'm afraid to be fishing with Jeff because he'll be, you know.
Well, let me tell you from experience, don't catch more fishing. Because he'll rotate that boat and rotate you right out of your little hole.
Well, you know, just be glad I didn't make you swim.
Well, it could have been worse. It could have been worse.
He did have the motor, didn't he?
I forgot to tell you about that rule.
Yeah, that was it. I mean, I thought, man, I'm really cooking over here. Next thing I know, well, what am I doing? Where's the boat?
Well, now, you got to admit, they had a trolling motor on a V boat and had it on the front. It's hard to, and it didn't work that good.
It can get away from you.
Can I give him props on that? Well, I just can't get this thing to run like I need to. What, Jeff?
Oh, here I am. Now I got it.
I'm going to play it. Now I got to stop.
Boy, you're right. They're really in that hole there.
I tell you what, Rick, you're right. You were that. How you over where I was, where there's nothing going on? I'm good over here, Jeff. Thanks. Hand me a bologna sandwich. You got one?
Because there's nothing going on. I'll just sit here.
So you're heading out right now to go fish then?
Oh, yeah.
Of course. All right, we'll enjoy that, and hopefully eventually you'll find out where your next show's at. Go to Ticketmaster.com to find
Jeff,
out.
you ain't got a boat you want to get rid of?
They'll call me.
I need a little boat. You got one?
Call that guy there at airport.
You ain't got one you want to get rid of. One of them deals, you know, where you need something else. Yeah.
He'll make you a deal.
Oh, Jeff Cook throwaway, something like that.
Actually, you probably got 12 boats, don't you?
My scooter boat is down there right now. You get a heck of a deal in it.
Down at his place?
Yeah.
Is it all right?
It's great. Got less than 25 hours on it.
Really?
That may be too much boat for me. I need one of them that looks like a paddle boat with bass seats.
You need a bass tender. That's what
you don't want to go through what I'm going through right now. I already know there's a whisper campaign out there that I got too much house.
Yeah, and there's a whisper campaign I got too much truck. I can't deal with a boat and whisper campaign thing.
Good to see you, Jeff Cook. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
All right, for radio...
check the website.
Well, check the website. Email Turner South. There we go again. Bye.